Hey.
Okay, ready?
Yeah, I think so.
WRAL documentary photojournalist Jay Jennings has worked at WRAL for 43 years. 25 of those years were spent on the doc unit.
You've done how many documentaries at WRAL?
I think it's, with the doc unit, I think 115. I think this was 115.
Our most recent doc, Crisis Next Door, examined the fentanyl epidemic in North Carolina.
There have been some really hard ones that I've done. Some that have been really gratifying. Some that have dealt with some topics that were heavy. But I don't think any of them come close to this.
Crisis Next Door featured heartbreaking stories of loss. We interviewed Jeff and Amanda Nash of Apex, who had never heard of fentanyl until their 27-year-old daughter, Amanda Nash, died from an overdose.
At the end of the day, there's lots of responsibility for this. There is an Amanda herself who is a grown adult who made up her own mind and made her decisions. And then as a dad, it's my job to take care of her. And I failed.
When Jeff said it's my job as a father to protect my daughters, to protect my kids, and I failed. I don't think there's a parent anywhere that just wouldn't tear your heart out.
Jay wasn't just listening as a photographer. He was listening to one of his best friends.
So many people that I know have been touched by addiction. We told the story of someone we love, a family that we know well that lost someone. Jeff and Amanda Nash, we've known them forever. I will never forget when they asked my wife Debbie and me if we would be godparents to their two daughters, Amanda and Casey.
Amanda Nash was Jay's goddaughter.
Never in my wildest dreams would I have thought that I would be going to her memorial service after she died of a fentanyl overdose. That's just not the way it's supposed to work.
We planned to talk about their connection in a follow-up story like this one. We didn't think it fit in the documentary.
This is not my story. I'm not dismissing the loss that our family feels from losing a loved one like Amanda. And she did feel like our daughter. But this is Jeff and Lori's story, and this is Amanda's story, and her sister Casey's story.
A story that became the 115th documentary of Jay Jennings' career, and maybe the most important one he's ever told.
What would you say to Jeff and Lori?
You haven't failed. You haven't. We watched them parent those girls. They're younger than us, but in many ways, we learned a lot about parenting from watching them. You just do the best you can in life to prepare your kids to be great adults. And, we all make mistakes. And sometimes the mistakes are fatal, sadly.
With Jay Jennings, I'm WRAL investigative documentary reporter Kristen Severance.